Hey guys, this is a little music track that I've been working on. It's going to come up soon enough. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a little listen and see what it's like. So the pulsing beat is way too much at the moment compared to the music. So I'm going to go to the parametric. Just going to whap that up a little bit. What I've got to do is put a limiter in here as well to stop it going too much. Then we're going to add a compressor. Just going to add a little bit of power there. That's pretty good. So with this one here, what we got, parametric reverb studio shaper. Okay, just going to take that down a little bit. Going to add a compressor in as well. Compressor's pretty cool. So we're going to add our limiter in as well. There, just two, three, and we'll like that. So there. Now we've got this one shaped using the stereo shaper. That's kind of how we're looking with it at the moment. But this one's not really applying any sort of sound here, so let's try this with both of the sounds off. So we are going in here like this. That's quite a nice sort of bass. So what's our multiband doing at the moment? Not too much, so we're gonna just remove that completely. Check out the stereo shaper. Okay, so just so you can see kind of what this one's doing here. Okay, and then what I've done is I've just got the middle bit there, and we've gone off the track. So I've just got the middle bit going. I mean, if we increase that a little bit, it adds like this sort of sandy sound, and that's the bass. We want more of that. That's really quite good. So that's going to be sort of competing here with the drums. And what we want to do is we want to compress this one as well. Like that. Now I want to add a tiny little bit of reverb to this as well. Just a little bit there. So we've got a really nice power sort of coming out of the track. Hear what it looks like with a phaser. Not too much, just a little bit. So you've got like a nice sort of powerful sound. I'm just going to limit that in case I decide to sod around with it some more. Okay, so I'm just going to take everything away. We're just going to try it with the that's starting to sound good. And then we've got the pulsing drum. Okay, so we're going to go to our drums. We're just going to have a quick little look at them. Now we've got the Maximus in, which is kind of a cheat for drums. So if I turn off everything, it should sound pretty powerful. But that power is really coming from here, and that's really bad. I've kind of done that on purpose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete and instead of deleting it, why don't I just move the track up? That'll make things easier, and I can go back if I mess it up. So that's what it sounds like normally. So we've just got our mini drums like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have compressor again. It's so easy. And we're going to go with a limiter. I mean, if we just go with flat out pulse, 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 right, then what we can do is we can add a tiny little bit of reverb. Reverb is just like a cheat for everything. It makes everything nice. So we've got a nice little sting there. So that's got a nice little, that feels like you're kind of being hit in the ears with it, which is nice. So we've got this one coming in a second. Because we've got that pulse, and it's a lot better now, I think. Okay, so that's kind of just sodding around a little bit, and it just goes to show you the absolute power that you can get from just adding a compressor and your limiter. because all I've done really is for the tracks is add compression limiters. I mean, without any of these sort of effects, if I move all the tracks up a little bit, oh god, so if I move all of them, say up to 8, like so, where there's nothing, you don't have that sort of power which is coming back. So that's awful. Yeah, I think that's right for this one. I mean, that bass is not meant to be in 7, but it did sound pretty good. And the reason being is because it'll be competing too much with the drums. I mean, if we got that though, it's really stinging. So it sounds kind of dynamic and nice, but unfortunately it's too much competition. So yeah, that's about right. So anyway, yeah, that's just sodding around and the power that you can get out of the compressor. And the main reason we want those limiters in is just because when you add the compression, you very often find the sound peaking. Now, I'm no audio pro at all, but it just goes to show that even someone like me can make a decent sounding piece of music. So anyway, let's go through it. Let's go through it a little bit and just hear it. So right at the beginning here, what we'd want is sort of less sort of power. So if we're going to we're going to have the whole track like this, what we want to do is we want to have this one coming in sort of slowly as well. So it's like I would probably find a way of sort of limiting the sound down a little bit for this one. I mean, for example, if I just say create an automation clip just based around the sound, copy, and let's see what other things can we do with it. Not gonna mess with that too much actually. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just do sound to make it simple for the moment. So if we just copy the value there, and we'll paste the value here like so, go in, and right at the start we start like this. So and then we're just adding our sort of builds. Yeah, you don't want to see me dancing all day. But yeah, anyway, I'm probably going to mess around with it a little bit more before I start releasing it, but I just thought I'd sort of share that with you today. Anyway, I hope the video's been fun, and I will catch you later.